What's up, guys? It's RoboAwesome here. Today we're discussing kind of a controversial topic. Is Forza Motorsport a simulation? By simulation, I mean a car simulation, defined as be close to real-world cars as possible. This is a super controversial topic. There's two sides. It is a simulation and it's not a simulation. In one of my videos, there was a 25 reply battle about this in the comments. I'll put a link to that video right in that top right corner right there, so you guys can maybe check out the comments on that video and see who you think is right. So, we're going to talk about, is Forza Motorsport a sim? What makes a simulation a simulation? And is it? So, let's get right into it. So, first off, by simulation, we mean realistic. So, a simulation, a good example of a simulation is iRacing. It's one of the most realistic car games you can get. Also, BeamNG Drive, that's another really realistic one. They both have soft body physics on most of their cars, and it's really serious racing. They have realistic physics and everything. So, is Forza a simulator? Well, first off, Forza is made by Microsoft, and Microsoft owns Xbox, and Forza Motorsport is only available on PC and on Xbox. So, they have a wide audience. Many people buy their games, not just car people, but the people who usually stay on their games are car people, or fans, or people who are just bored and want to play like some multiplayer races. And because of that wide audience, they have to make it appeal to as many people as they can. So they have super easy settings in a lot of things, and they sometimes damper some of the effects of real racing. So for example, you can set like traction control and steering and braking to like super easy, so it basically drives the car for you. You can like probably do that in this game. Maybe I'll make a video about that. So on the other end, you can also make it pretty hardcore. I think I call it hardcore mode, where no ABS, no traction control, no stability control, simulation steering, and manual with clutch. So, it's both realistic and easy to do, kind of. But one of the points that people say which makes it not a simulation is the fact that it's really difficult to play on Unreal and get constant fast times. It is possible, but if you look at last year's Forza RC championships, only one of them qualified for Forza RC on a wheel. Everyone else was on a controller. So definitely controller is the best way to race. But on other games, such as iRacing, I think you have to play with the wheel on iRacing actually. The wheel is definitely faster. And there are certain things that make Forza better with the controller. So if they added better wheel support, that would make them a simulation. Also, the car list, that's also part of it. If we look at the car list, we see a bunch of cars that aren't necessary and wouldn't usually be allowed on actual racetracks, such as Ford Raptors, buggies. So the fact that you can drive those kind of doesn't make it a simulation. And with the addition of the penalty system, that does bring it closer to being a simulation game, because it is more realistic to actual racing, because there are penalties in actual racing. Of course, you can't serve the penalties on the track like you do in regular racing, but they will maybe add that in the next Forza game, because it's supposed to be a bit like Gran Turismo Sport. And speaking of Gran Turismo Sport, they're Forza's basically main rival. Some people just buy PlayStations just because it is Gran Turismo Sport, which is better, supposedly. It is better than Forza Motorsport 7. Forza Motorsport 7, I wouldn't call a simulation. The next game, though, I would call a simulation, because they are improving much of their effects, such as tire wear and fuel wear, and they're bringing ray tracing, or track evolution, into the game. What track evolution is basically when cars drive over a certain driving line on the pavement, that rubber from their tires gets laid down, which gives you more grip in that certain section, which will give you more grip, and it can give you the advantage, and it makes overtaking a lot harder, which would bring a more sense of realism. And also, if they added more force feedback options and better force feedback options, that would also help it translate into a sim more. So is Forza Motorsport 7 a sim? No. Is Forza Motorsport 6 a sim? That's debatable. It might actually be more simulation than Forza Motorsport 7, because there are a lot of things wrong with Forza Motorsport 7 that should be fixed. Is Horizon a simulation? No, that's definitely an arcade. We're not going to even argue about that. So, Forza Motorsport should translate into a better simulation game every single year instead of being downgraded like Forza Motorsport 7 from 6. And hopefully Forza Motorsport 8 will be the best Forza to ever come out and will be considered a full simulation game. And Forza Horizon, that can stay for everyone who doesn't want motorsport and they just want to drive around freely with arcade physics and not real racing like Forza Motorsport. So that's about all for today's video. Put your thoughts in the comments below, but don't have a giant comment war and start getting angry at other people because they don't agree with your opinion. Hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Stay safe.